ASMRGaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, we have a lot of Nintendo Switch news this week. Nintendo just randomly came out this week and unveiled their new Nintendo Switch model, the Nintendo Switch Lite. So, just like the Nintendo DS Lite, the Nintendo Switch Lite is smaller and weighs a lot less. Now, it has some new features and it has some things that are missing from it. So, okay, first, the new features are the battery life of the Nintendo Switch Lite is longer. It can last up to like 7 hours apparently, and the normal Nintendo Switch can last up to like 5 hours. So you're getting a slightly better battery. It's going to launch with 3 colors that you can pick up. There's going to be like a yellow, kind of like a gray color. Honestly, I think the gray one looks good, but there's going to be lots and lots of colors releasing in the future, so don't worry about that. It's kind of funny considering that Nintendo for the past few months has been openly saying in all their interviews that they have no announcements to make for a Nintendo Switch-like successor or new system, and then all of a sudden this past week they just randomly announce it. So kind of funny, but yeah, it's launching in September, so that's very, very soon, and the price is going to be $199, so it's going to be cheaper than the regular Nintendo Switch price. So I think that's going to help a lot of people maybe pick one up for their, birthday, or to give to their kids for their birthday, or for Christmas or something like that, just because the price is cheaper. And as of right now, I think it's possibly one of the better ways to play Fortnite at a cheap price. If you don't have a computer, if you don't have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox, Nintendo Switch, does not cost a lot, especially this new model. And you're going to be able to play, lots of popular games, Fortnite, Minecraft, all of the Nintendo games like Super Mario, Smash Bros, Zelda, all that stuff. And the upcoming Pokemon, of course. So it's a really good idea for them to announce this version right before Pokemon comes out. I think they did it intentionally, but kind of strange they did not announce it at E3, which is what you'd think they would have done. But it's also missing some features. So the Nintendo Switch Lite is smaller, more lightweight, and the battery life lasts longer, and it's cheaper, but it will not be able to be docked and connected to your TV. So if you have a TV and you want to connect your Nintendo Switch Lite to it, you can't do that. You can only do that with the regular Nintendo Switch. So that's kind of disappointing, but understandable. You also can't disconnect the Joy-Cons from the Nintendo Switch Lite. They are permanently connected to the system itself. So unlike the regular Nintendo Switch, where you can, remove a Joy-Con and give it to your friend, or just remove them both and play it on your TV, you can't do that on the new Nintendo Switch model, so that's kind of disappointing. And since it won't have proper Joy-Cons connected to the system, it will not have HD rumble, like vibration features. So if you're playing like a fighting game or something like Legend of Zelda and the rumble feature, is rumbling when you're getting attacked or you're attacking an enemy, you will not be able to experience that on the Nintendo Switch Lite, which, I don't know, I like the HD rumble just because of how it feels on the Nintendo Switch. Like, it gives more interaction with the world when you're like playing games like Super Mario Odyssey and stuff like that. So it's a sad feature that it's a sad thing that they removed this feature from the Switch Lite. But if you really want it, it's still available on the regular Nintendo Switch, I guess. And they also removed the IR cameras, the infrared like sensors in the Joy-Con controllers that serve as pointers for certain Switch games where you can use the Joy-Cons to interact with the screen. And honestly, that's a weird thing for them to remove as well. But I guess they have to cut some things in order to drop the Nintendo Switch Lite price, because it is $199 after all, instead of the full Nintendo Switch price. So you gain some features, you lose some features. One of the things I like the most about the Nintendo Switch Lite is the fact that it has a proper D-pad. The regular Nintendo Switch on the Joy-Cons, you just get like face buttons instead of, a traditional Nintendo D-pad. But this new Nintendo Switch Lite actually has a D-pad that works and looks like a D-pad. So that's the one thing that's kind of making me want one, but I think I'm just going to stick with my regular Nintendo Switch right now, just because I like connecting it, to my TV, playing on it on a big screen, and I like features like the HD rumble and stuff like that. But this is definitely a good option for those that want a handheld system to take outside with them, or when they're out in the car, or you go to your grandma's house for the weekend, she doesn't have anything to do. You bring your Nintendo Switch, your phone, you can play some games, play some Fortnite, with your friends. So it makes a lot of sense. So from that perspective, it's kind of cool. They also announced a bunch of other like Nintendo Switch Lite things that'll be coming soon. There's going to be like a limited edition Pokemon Sword and Shield edition of the Nintendo Switch Lite. It's gonna have like special artwork from the Pokemon game on it, so that's nice. I think that's actually up for pre-order right now if you want one. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch Lite is launching in September, specifically September 20th. So if you want one, you should probably pre-order at Best Buy, GameStop, or even Amazon. I think has pre-orders up right now. So I feel like a lot of people are probably going to try to pick one up on launch day, so they might sell out. But yeah, that's basically all of the information about the Nintendo Switch Lite that we have as of right now. But additionally, there was some other Nintendo Switch news this week that had nothing to do with the Nintendo Switch Lite. So apparently a data miner, like a hacker, managed to check the firmware update code for the Nintendo Switch that recently came out a few weeks ago. There was an update, and this data miner was going through the code and basically found out some references to a code-named Nintendo Switch unit that has not come out yet. And apparently this system that Nintendo has not announced is going to be slightly more powerful than the current Switch. It's going to have, slightly faster speeds, potentially a larger, internal memory, more than 32 gigabytes. So maybe it's going to be a 64 gigabyte system, have 64 gigs of internal memory. It's going to be like 20 or 30% faster, so I guess that will help with loading times and just processing power and stuff like that. So if you don't want a Nintendo Switch Lite and you want to wait like another year, chances are that Nintendo is going to release a more powerful version of the current Nintendo Switch, and I will probably be picking that one up if this information is, legit. It's only been reported on in the past few hours, so it's still a developing story, but it seems legit, and it seems like something Nintendo would do. I mean, they did the exact same thing with the DS, DSi, and 3DS models, so I can see them doing the same thing with the Switch. But let me know what you think of all of this Nintendo Switch Lite news. Are you going to be picking one up? Do you already own a Nintendo Switch? What do you make of all of this news? So let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious to see what everyone responds. And next piece of news is for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So Activision this week announced that on the 1st of August, they are going to reveal what the multiplayer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare is going to look like. So I expect a live stream with a long gameplay trailer, maybe some actual like gameplay footage, but it's all going to be from the multiplayer, so people are very, very excited. Some journalists and others that got to actually check out some early, multiplayer footage are hyping everyone up on Twitter and stuff, saying that it's one of the best like multiplayer Call of Duties that they've ever seen. So I can't wait to check it out because it sounds like it's going to be really, really good. And I heard that they are putting in a lot of details into the multiplayer, and it's going to have like more details and things, like small things added that improve a lot of the quality of the gameplay and just character like unlockables and stuff like that, compared to previous entries in the series. So I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it's just Activision, trying to promote the game. But it sounds nice, and judging from the first like single player trailer from the campaign that we got at E3, the graphics for that were amazing and the game looked like a lot of fun. So I'm thinking that the multiplayer is going to be equally as good as that, and if it's better then I'm happy. But yeah, can't wait to see the multiplayer reveal gameplay trailer on August 1st. So next, Square Enix announced that they will be showing off the next trailer for their Marvel Avengers game. I'm sure most of you have seen the trailer at E3. It was a pretty big trailer. It was trending on YouTube for like a day or two. But yeah, they're making an official Avengers game finally. Coming out, for modern systems. It's going to be on Xbox, PS4, and the graphics look great, and we are finally getting like a gameplay trailer, because the one we got at E3 was more of a cinematic trailer, but this trailer is going to have gameplay, and they're going to be showing it for the first time ever in about a week from now at San Diego Comic-Con. So if any of you are going to Comic-Con, or if you're going to be watching, any of the reactions or stuff, they are going to be showing footage, like actual gameplay footage of this new Avengers game at Comic-Con for the first time ever. So people are very excited, and Marvel Avengers fans extremely excited about getting to see, more about this game. I can't wait to see what it looks like. The gameplay is like the most important part, so I hope it looks good. And Square Enix, most of their games, the graphics look amazing, so this one, even though it's not being developed by Square Enix themselves, it's one of their third-party studios that works for them, I think this game is going to be amazing, so can't wait to see more about it. Next, Batman is getting a special collection. It's the Batman Arkham collection. It's coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. It's going to include all of the Batman Arkham games in one collection, so if you've never played any of the Batman Arkham games, you might want to pick this up. Apparently it's going to have, trophies, new features. I think they're slightly updating the graphics as well, and fixing some bugs and problems that some of the prior games had. But above all of this stuff, apparently the PS4 version is going to get some exclusive content over the Xbox version. So if you're a Batman fan, if you've never played the Arkham games, I'd recommend picking this up for the PS4, because it's going to be very, very good. Still, a nice collection, and a lot of fans are happy about this announcement. Next, Cuphead. So Cuphead, the extremely difficult shoot-'em-up, run-and-gun shooter platforming game that came out on Xbox, PC, and recently on Nintendo Switch, is getting a Netflix series. So it's going to get like a Netflix animated cartoon series based on Cuphead and the characters. We don't know much about it, if it's going to have voice acting, if it's going to be just like the games where Cuphead and Mugman don't necessarily talk, but they just have like sounds they make, stuff like that. I don't know, but I'm excited for this because this style of like old cartoons aren't really done anymore. So if Netflix is making like an animated cartoon series based on it, I think that's awesome. And a lot of people on the internet after this announcement got revealed were very, very happy. There's like a lot of like videos on YouTube, like reactions to this news. Most of it is extremely positive, and I can't wait for Netflix to release this show. I think it's gonna look awesome, and they actually partnered with like the original artists and animators for like the game to help them work on the show, so it's probably gonna look exactly the same. So I'm excited about this. Nintendo revealed that Super Mario Maker 2 has over 2 million uploaded courses created by, players that are playing the game. So that is crazy to think that over 2 million courses have been uploaded by different users in Super Mario Maker. The game hasn't even been out that long, and there are over 2 million courses you can play. I mean, that's a ton of courses, and it's only been like a month, barely even a month. So imagine by the end of the year, it's probably going to be at like 100 million or even more than that. So wow, that's just crazy. But lots of people are having fun creating courses. I played so many good ones. Love Super Mario Maker 2, so I'm excited about this good news. Good news for Pokemon Go. Apparently Pokemon Go surpassed Clash Royale and Candy Crush. So Pokemon Go beat two of the biggest like iOS games and is going to make about $3 billion by the end of the year. So that is crazy. The only other game that is bigger than Pokemon Go as of right now, according to this information, is Clash of Clans, which, come on, Clash of Clans, one of the biggest games out there right now. Apparently that is going to be reaching like 5 billion or something by the end of the year, so it's one of the biggest games. But Pokemon Go still beat Candy Crush and Clash Royale, so really, really good news for Pokemon. I'm sure it's mostly due to the Pikachu movie. After the Pikachu movie came out, a lot of people, fell back in love with like Pokemon again, or they were reminded to check out Pokemon Go, maybe a game that they haven't played in a while, and I guess that's why so many people are playing it again. So that's awesome, especially for, the developers and everyone making all that money. Super Monkey Ball is apparently making a return in some form. So a Taiwanese ratings board recently filed a name for Super Monkey Ball. Super Monkey Ball is like a very difficult puzzle platformer style game where you're a monkey inside a ball, and you have to like go through insanely difficult courses that just get harder and harder to beat. It was first released on like the GameCube, if I remember correctly, and then there was a ton of other versions that released after that. I played both the first and second game, could never reach the end because the stages just got insanely crazy, but the games are a lot of fun, and yeah, they're making a new one, so I'm excited about that. It's been a very long time since we got a good, new Super Monkey Ball game. I think the last one was on the Nintendo 3DS or PlayStation Vita, and that was like almost 8 years ago or something like that by now. So yeah, awesome to be getting a new Super Monkey Ball game. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully we get an announcement soon, and hopefully it comes out on like PS4, Xbox, Switch, PC. They should just release it on everything. And last piece of news is for one of my favorite Super Nintendo beat-em-up games. It's being re-released for the Nintendo Switch, and apparently it's launching worldwide on July 25th. So that's in about a week or so from now, so very shortly. Well, not necessarily a week, a little bit longer than that, but still. It's the Ninja Warriors. This is a really cool beat 'em up, kind of like Final Fight, Double Dragon, that kind of game, Streets of Rage, where you're just going through levels, beating up other players, characters, enemies in the stages, getting to the boss, beating the boss, and then progressing to the next level. So, what makes the Ninja Warriors so fun, though, is the music and the characters. Like, all of the characters are like android ninjas. Like, you actually play as an android ninja. And for that, I love the game. Or, yeah, I believe they're androids. I don't think any of them are cyborgs. They're all android, like actual robot ninjas. And they're saving the world, you know, all of these, like, evil like military groups or whatever trying to take over, and it's up to the ninja warriors to save everyone. So they're kind of like heroes. The story, you know, there's not much story since it's an old Super Nintendo game that was a sequel to an arcade game that came out in like the late 80s called the Ninja Warriors, if I remember correctly. But I'm really excited for this re-release, so when it comes out, expect some gameplay of it on the channel, hopefully, if I can do that. But yeah, it's coming out on the 25th of this month, so very, very soon. Really excited. I think they're actually changing the title as well from the Ninja Warriors. I've been seeing like titles for the Ninja Saviors Return Again, the Ninja Warriors Return Again, stuff like that. So I think they're still working out what the official title is going to be. But yeah, it's going to be available on the Nintendo Switch eShop, and I cannot wait to play this game, so really, really excited. Anyway, that is all of the important gaming news for the week. So I hope you all enjoyed listening or watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel, head on over to patreon.com/ASMRGaming. And with as little as $1 a month, you can help support the channel with the creation of videos just like this one. So definitely do that if you can. And yeah, I'm going to have a new video out very, very soon. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. So long, and